Hello, thank you for being here. Today we are going to talk about skin. Basically, it's wellness related. And I have gone 1 year neurotoxin, Dysport, BOTOX free. I am completely barefaced in front of you today, and I am going to show you my skin. I'm going to show you my wrinkles and what going 1 year of neurotoxin free at the age of 46 looks like. Thanks for being here today. I am excited to share this video with you. This is something obviously I have been working on for a year to go neurotoxin free, and you were talking to someone who started neurotoxins in her early 30s. And over the last year, I decided to take a break from them for several reasons. I'm going to get into that. But I wanted to do this completely barefaced so that you can see my skin. There's no filters on this whatsoever. I'm sitting in front of my window in my office. It is a beautiful snowy day here, so it's super bright. I have tons of light coming in from the snow, which is a great day to record this because you can see everything. And I wanted to share this with you because I do think the tides are shifting a little bit, and we as women are trending away from putting so much pressure or so much in our face to hold on to youth, and taking more of a, I guess, comprehensive approach to it, doing more at home, which I'm going to get into as well, which I really have learned a ton about over the last year. And taking things more into our own hands to help us age, as gracefully, as naturally as you want. I want to age naturally, I should say, but with the assist of some things. I am going to get Dysport again, but I will come to that as well. I'm going to do it a bit differently this time, with a different mindset. Let's just get into why I stopped Dysport. So I decided to stop Dysport because it was taking so much of it, honestly, to get me the results that I wanted. Like I said, I started this in my early 30s, and I was going every 3 to 4 months, and it just the amount that my dermatologist was having to inject in order to give me the results, and I always had to go in 2 weeks after I had the initial injections done to get a touch up because it wasn't enough. And it started like this can't be good, like putting this much into my face, and not getting the results that I wanted. And so my dermatologist actually suggested to me that I might want to take a little bit of time off from doing the, neurotoxins to let it completely get out of my system and then try it again in a few months. So that kind of stimulated me thinking about stopping doing it. The other factor that stopped me from doing it is I felt like it, honestly, when I started looking at myself, I felt like it was starting to look older. I feel like it was just aging me, even though it's anti-aging. I just feel like because I was staying frozen, and now I did my forehead right in here and my crow's feet. And when you're staying frozen, these are all muscles, right? We're freezing the muscles. That's what a neurotoxin is. And when we're freezing these muscles and they're not being used, they start to atrophy. So you can actually start to have like a sallowness to your face. It can look a little sunk in, and I don't need any more of that. I'm 46. I'm already having gravity, collagen loss, just the natural aging that is just pulling on my face. I don't need anything else sinking my face in. And so I started, just looking at myself and just feeling like I was aging. So I decided, honestly, I was just going to take not go back for my next 3 to 4 month appointment. My last session was February 1st of 2023. And I just decided I was not going to go back until, I think I said midsummer or something like that. And I got to midsummer and I was like, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I just kept going, and then I was just like, let's just go an entire year. Let's do an entire year without any neurotoxins, and let's just see what happens to our face. So I took that time in that year to start really focusing on my at-home skincare. I've always had, I would say, a decent regimen of at-home skincare, but I was in the mindset of going and getting neurotoxins or getting all these different modalities done to my face to help with the anti-aging, and I didn't put as much relevance into the things I could do at home. And what I've learned over the last year from a lot of reading, a lot of watching YouTube videos of estheticians and dermatologists, and a lot of them are saying the same thing, that really your biggest results are going to come from the consistency of the skincare that you do at home, which totally was like, duh, because this is what I teach with nutrition and exercise. It's the consistency of what you do day in and day out that gets you the results, right? There's no big magic pill or anything to get you to the weight loss or the fitness level or aesthetics that you're trying to eat or achieve. It's day in and day out. So I really started researching products and honing in my skincare at home and really finding a regimen that worked for me and started to provide me the results. And I feel like for me, I have really hit that. And so let me come in real close so you can see I have full movement here, and I'll squeeze really hard. I got some crow's feet and it's hard to see, but I do have a little bit of lines here. These used to be way more dramatic, and I'm going to get to one of my favorite tools, which I've talked about so many times, that I think has been a game changer for me not having etched lines. So you can see how much movement I had, but I don't have any etched lines, maybe a little bit right there. But other than that, I don't have any etched lines from my crow's feet on the side of my eyes. Let me come in real close. Nothing. Maybe the tiniest of one starting right there, but that's it. And I have to say, for being 46, for being a facial mover, somebody that works out all the time and is constantly making crazy faces while working out, and just a very communicate a lot with my face, and feeling pretty good about that. What I have done to help with that is, one, my dermaroller. I've talked about this in so many of my videos. I think doing this at home has been a game changer for my skin. And it's just such a good product. I like the dermaroller. What it does is it just it punches little holes into your skin. It makes the skin grow back together tighter. It works on scarring. It works on discoloration. It works on pore size on your face. It's what's really, I think, helped me from being dysport free for an entire year of not having etched lines in my face. I do recommend, if you get into it, like I say in all my other videos, do your due diligence, watch her tutorials, watch the YouTube videos, learn what you're doing for this, because that's what's made a big difference as well. When I first got it, I watched a couple videos and kind of did it. And then I really took some time and really went in and watched a lot of her videos. And when I started really focusing more on the technique of how I was doing this, I really, really started seeing results. As I was saying earlier, I used to have a whole lot of, when I'd smile, just a ton of extra skin or lines right here, and they have diminished greatly from using this guy. So next, something that I am a firm believer in, and I think has made a huge difference in my skin and keeping the discolorations to an absolute minimum. Discolorations are one of the biggest things that will age you in your skin. You think it's the lines and the wrinkles, but it's really when we start to have major discolorations in our skin. And I've got a little bit of a red spot here, a little dark spot here, a little white spot there. Those are blemishes because I'm on my cycle, and that's a blemish. And those little spots are too. Aside from that, because when I had my baby, I had melasma all right in here. So my dermatologist put me onto a retinol and bleaching cream combined. And this guy right here is major for helping to even out the skin texture, to reduce breakouts and blackheads, to reduce the fine lines of aging. I use this 3 to 4 times a week. I don't use it daily. I can't tolerate it on my skin daily. I'll start to peel a lot around the nose and the lips and stuff. So I stick to it 3 or 4 times a week. But the retinol bleaching cream combo has made a large difference in the quality of my skin. Next, I've talked about this one too. This one makes me feel good. So if anything, It makes me feel good. How much it's actually doing, I don't know, because I mean, it was $100 product, so I know it's doing a little bit of something, but I would not compare this to like a New Face or a MyoLift or a Zip, anything like that. Those are next on my list to do. But I do think that this has been very helpful into helping with the firmness of my skin and keeping it up. And also the etching of the lines. This is called the True Beauty Glow. I will link all of this stuff down below. This one, I can get it on. It has different colors that you can use, and each color is associated with, you know, a different thing that it will help you with, like absorption of nutrients, collagen stimulation, antibacterial, anti-inflammation. When you, it does have the different lights, and then when you put it to your skin, if you guys can hear it, it does vibrate. So it feels really, really good. So I do this after I've done my skincare in the morning, each morning, to help get that skincare to sink in as well. Let's see if I can get it. I don't have any skincare on, so it's not really gliding on my face good right now. But you can, if you do one side of your face and then the other, you can see that it does temporarily have a lift on the face. So, I mean, you can see that that brow is lifted. This side is lifted more than that side. The next thing, I've talked about this as well, is estrogen cream. Estrogen cream, like I said, I'm 46. I'm at the beginning stages of perimenopause. And I think this estrogen has helped because as we're going through perimenopause, we start to have dryness in the skin. We start to lose our plumpness, the moisture, just, you know, all the things, the aging signs or whatever seem to be exacerbated when you start hitting perimenopause. So I've started an estrogen cream. Estrogen actually binds onto water and will increase the plumpness in the skin. And I have noticed a large difference with this, especially like around my eye area, which you guys, I'm squinting so hard, you can see my crow's feet. But when I wear this, I can see a difference through here throughout the day of it just not being so, I don't know, tight and dry and just worn out looking. I don't know how else to describe it. But I do think the estrogen cream is a good option when you've got some older skin to helping to retain the moisture, the plumpness, the volume in the skin. But I did get myself a red light mask, and this one is red light, but it does also have purple and blue and green, some of the other lights that help with the other issues in your skin. I typically run this on purple, which is a combination of the red and the blue. So I'm getting that red, that collagen stimulating, and then I'm getting the blue anti-bacterial, especially like around my cycle when I start to have a little bit of a hormonal breakout. I will do this. It runs in a 15-minute cycle. Religiously, I use this every single night. I take my shower, get in bed, sit with my kid. She's watching TV for a little bit, trying to calm down before she goes to sleep. I put my mask on and we just chill out. And that has made a difference in my skin. But the biggest or the quickest thing that I've seen a difference with it is my dark circles. Even though you guys can see them, this is nothing compared to what they look like 4 months ago. They were so dark and so heavy, especially in the wintertime when I'm hardly out in the sun. I do wear sunscreen naturally, but you still get a little bit of sun, a little bit of color to your skin, even with hats and sunscreen in the summer. And that tends to help hide some of the dark circles. But when it's winter and I'm as pale as I am, you can see the veins in my hands, I'm so pale. My dark circles to look this good, I'm like, that is worth it to me. And then obviously it's helping with keeping me from having the etched lines, and it helps with the discolorations of the face and helping with the volume of the face. But I just had to give you the side note of the dark circles and the difference that I've seen with the dark circles under my skin or under my eye. I will be getting Dysport. I've already got it scheduled actually. Like the second or third week of February. And the reason I am doing that is because I don't want to get any etching of any lines. And I honestly, I'm happy with the stuff I'm doing at home, but I do think I need just a little bit more assist for the veinness that I have and not wanting to have any lines. So what I'm going to do now versus every 3 months of getting Dysport, I'm going to do it twice a year. I think that will help with the anti-aging that I'm looking for, but it will also help from the volume or the amount that I have to use of Dysport to achieve the results that I want. It will help to keep that down where I'm not putting as much of that neurotoxin into my body. It's just my journey and what I'm on and what I'm trying to learn as well. I most definitely think a lot of the anti-aging benefits that I'm seeing is from the food that I eat, the exercise I do, the hydration that I keep, the sleep schedule that I keep. That majorly affects your skin as well. So there you have it. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Maybe this inspires you either A, to go and run and get neurotoxins, or B, to start looking into more things that you could do at home that would work for you and not get as much neurotoxins or other injectables into your face. But again, you do you, whatever makes you feel good. I am just trying to look at, I guess, the whole picture here and, where I want to be when I'm 80, and I don't want to be going to the dermatologist like every 2 months trying to keep up with a face that I've created in my 40s and my 50s, if that makes sense. And then I'm obviously very good at being consistent with things at home. So doing a lot of this stuff at home, I don't mind it at all. I actually enjoy it, not having to go somewhere and get it done, but to each their own. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.